Kia ora, guys. Rita the Kiwi here, and we're jumping back in for some more Final Fantasy XIV new patch, and we're jumping in with new Tataru's Grand Adventure quest has been added. But then I realized I still haven't done the previous ones, but apparently I don't need to do the previous one. But I think I'm gonna do the previous one anyway. It feel weird not doing it, but apparently, like, yeah, I missed the last one. Somehow it skipped my mind. I'm surprised that you don't have to do both of them, but we'll do Soaring Profits. Soaring Profit. Medina has samples that need delivering. Anticipation of adventure strikes you. Bracing wind. Why, hello there. Your arrival could not have been more timely, Mistress. Mistress Tataru has but just left instructions for another batch of deliveries. She sends her regards, of course. Today she is in Idleshire for business with Rowan's House of Splendors, and tomorrow will no doubt find her in some other far-flung corner of the realm. We mustn't be outdone, Teru. This time, our samples are destined for 2 organizations in Koorth. An arrangement has been made by none other than Master Sigurd. He contacted his dear friend Lord Emmanuel de Fortune. He was kind enough to spread word of the boutique to his own contacts across Ishgard. It hardly took any time for the first letter of interest to reach us, and once these samples have been delivered, that interest will peak to a passion. Or so I've been assured. Lord Emmanuel, I really don't know how to say his name, has insisted he will take care of all of the particulars and bid me convey with enthusiasm that he looks forward to accompanying you on the deliveries. Hey. Now then, regarding that secret mission of ours. That's right, we're recreating her family heirloom. A gorgeous sapphire, is it not? It will make a beautiful necklace once restored. A keepsake, if not only Mistress Tataru's mother, but that of her many friends and allies across the realm. I'm confident that someone of your experience has a most discerning eye for mementos. Bring back anything you think will make a worthy addition. With that, I will leave these samples in your capable hands and eagerly await your safe return. Alright. Alrighty then. Dun, 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 dun. Oh. Waiting. Bum, 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 bum. Hero girl, it's good to see a rosy glow in your cheeks considering that dreadful business with the imminent destruction of mankind and the end of times and whatnot. What? What a greeting. Yes, indeed. Who better to distribute exquisite arms and accoutrements than a bona fide hero such as yourself? Well, I have two parties with simply ravenous interests in your products, dear lady. The first of whom so happens to be rather exquisite herself, my dearest Lady Laninette. Be so good as to proceed me to the Rose House. I shall be along promptly, of course, just as soon as I've cofied and powdered. What? Well met, Tataru. It's good to see you hale and whole. Thank you for personally making the trip. I know your obligations are many. Truth be told, your rival could scarce have had better timing. While our erstwhile troubled relations with the Vanu improved by the day, we have been forced to reconsider our current munitions due to recent incidents of... I have come, my darling Blossom. Behold, Emmanueling the executioner, here to smite your foes with ruthless ardor. You're not a warrior. Why? That's not your class's gear. Well, I strike a rather smashing silhouette, do I not? Why, Sicard could not have found a better man to gift these samples to. Surely such splendid armor could be put to better use than fashion, Lord Immanalian. The fuck. I keep saying it worse every single time. Could I not prevail upon your better senses to relinquish that gear to those who might appreciate its practicality? Far be it from me to deny any request of yours, Lady Laninette. Only I must confess that I may have slightly exaggerated Sicard's generosity in the matter of gifting these. Ah, you mean to say you borrowed them? No doubt, without his knowledge or consent. And why should I have expected otherwise? Friends may forgive, but it bears repeating that your clients deserve at least a modicum of professionalism. You do have other clients, don't you? Of course I have. And of no little celebrity at that. You remember the Red Bills, of course? Yeah, the Red Bills. Good old Sky Pirates. The Sky Pirates? That an experienced adventurer should know them hardly surprise me. But how does a privileged son of House Forteps come to make their direct acquaintance? It was a happy coincidence of ale and circumstance, I assure you, as Teru here can attest. An unbiased range of social contacts is essential arsenal of not just adventurers, but any gentleman of consequence, or lady of consequence, as it were. Unbiased is all very well, but Sky Pirates are precisely the problem I was speaking of earlier, Teru, before we were interrupted. Recently, self-proclaimed Sky Pirates have been marauding trading vessels with troubling audacity. Even the Sky Steel manufactory has reported stolen property at the hands of these ruffians. Troubling news indeed, though I cannot imagine fellows as amicable as our Red Bills could be responsible. Still, if we should hear aught of it, I shall send word directly. Now then, Teru, off we trot to the infamous Pararok. I have been told to seek out a certain red standard upon Coldwind. How the pulse quickens. Bum 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 bum. It's been so long. Been with the Red Bills. Well, well. If you ain't the very picture of health, Teru, saving the star from complete annihilation didn't tax you over much then, eh? Ah, case. Let me guess. It was not compared to all the bowing and scraping required of the mercantile gentile. Don't tell me this dandy is what wooed you from the life of the sweet nothings of financial comfort. Theophad, my good man, you know as well as I that the only one wooing Teru into anything is yourself. Don't think that your interest in our mutual friend here escaped my notice. Your aim all along was less about armaments than it was an audience with Teru, was it not? Heh. Not bad for a dandy. I might have had me sights on a touchy reunion between Teru and myself, but that's not to say I won't be needing those samples. See, I've got a job that could right benefit from both your keen senses and those pieces you've brought me, so long as you're half the quality of what Eminalian was showing off in our houses anyway. I can count on your participation, yes? You'll be duly compensated, of course. Just name your price. Parts of a necklace for Tataru herself, eh? I would have preferred something you might make use of. But far be it for me to dictate what a woman does with her booty. If that's your recompense, I'll see what I can do. Now that we have you on board, allow me to elaborate. It seems another band of petty thieves has been masquerading as sky pirates and harrying honest traders as of late. So you've heard of them? Aye. These so-called monstrous cockatoos don't exactly strike fear into the heart of man, but they're being a right nuisance, and now they've gone and made things personal. You remember Ramilli, don't you? The captain's old airship? Well, after what happened in Dunscaith, we've been commissioning for the finest airship parts from across the realm for construction of her successor. Only to have those cockapet nincompoops pillage the very Skysteel manufacturing vessel that was carrying our precious cargo. The nerve of some people, eh? Makes my mouth water. Of course, once the cockatoos realized whose property they've pilfered, they flew into a panic and holed up in Idleshire after stashing the goods somewhere. This is where your samples come in. We want you to take Leofad and, before you spill the rest, let's make sure our friend here is still up for a spot of fell. How about it then? I have been craving Gambit lately. I really no. Knew I was right to call you. Those downy ducklings won't know what plucked them. Quite so, with terror returned and our crew complete, victory of these ne'er-do-wells is most certainly assured. By the by, would you have any terrible objections if I informed the Rose Knights of your designs upon these Sharlians? The Knights are affiliated with House Alenart, you see, and thus have particular interest in recovering the contents of the Skysteel vessel. I know my the most capable Lady Lananette simply will not rest until she has brought these scoundrels to justice. Can't say it's an alliance I've ever considered, but so long as I get all the cockatoo I'm due, our knights most thorny are welcome to catch and cage as they see fit. Splendid. Lananetti shall be very glad to hear of it, overjoyed even. Yes, she may simply be unable to contain her unbounded delight. I must away. Naught awaiting us in Eldershire, but danger and subterfuge. But such is more tempting to our ilk than lovely knights, eh? Let's be off. I'll explain the rest of our gambit once we get there. Who's the dandy now, you ask? Heh. I reckon my reputation precedes me in these parts, and the legendary Redbill Leofad ain't known for togs like these. Though I could get used to this. Comfortable, practical, and with a sense of style to boot. Ain't often you find that holy triad in battle gear. Quite the line you're touting. Which brings us to your role in my master plan. While it ain't easy laying low in a multi-place like Eldershire, these cock-a-hoop cowards have been managing it well enough. So to lure them out, we're gonna spread savoury rumours of a black market merchant looking to fence fine contraband or even find a coin. That's you. I'm really well known around here though. to strike up a chat with any adventurers or peddlers that seem like to share hearsay. I'll be playing your handsome bodyguard. The rest assured, I've got your back, mistress. I've taken to the liberty of preparing your guys. Ain't flattering as Theophads, but you should fit the part nicely in this. Ah. Ha. Alright. Got the merchant glasses and all. Bum, 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 bum. Approachable adventurer. Hey, Onei-chan, I got some nice goods for ya. Contrabandits? Well, I do know of some sky pirates new to the town. Just the other day, I overheard them discovering their latest windfall. Ah, yes. Just the sort of enterprising folk we're looking for. Do you think you can help us pin them down? I'll do what I can. I'm no stranger to sky pirates, so I'll ask around. Who needs steers? Disgusted merchant. Just oranges, man. A distinguished merchant. I read that completely wrong. A merchant yourself, are you? Perhaps I'm overstepping, but consider this friendly advice. Seeking out sky pirates dressed in such stereotypical garb is akin to dangling a sign from your neck reading, "Urge my purse." Oh, the righteous Redbills may pity you, dear lady, but few else. Righteous? Righteous ain't never been to me liking, mate. I just can't abide them reprobates what don't honor creed of sky pirating. You're bad. You're giving away your skies. Or so you can imagine Red Bill Leofad might say, eh? Not that it ain't matter of ours, anyhow. Did you find someone looking to offload dubiously obtained merchandise? Send them our way, will you? If you insist. But don't say I didn't warn you. You're bad. Shut up. Boom. Vile busy dealer. Psst, schools. Yes, yes. Gobby eye catches such sky stealers. Sky stealers come to claim busy deal at Craftforge, but bring no trade goods for Jingle Shine. Great laugh joke for Gobby merchants. Sky stealers leave with grumpy face. Gobby does not understand why Uplanders wish to trade tongue flaps with grumpy face sky stealers, but happy to hand lend for more laugh jokes. Much obliged. If all goes to plan, we'll have you laugh joking over this sorry hides for summers to come. Great happiness. For goodly uplanders, Gobby shares one more laugh joke. Skystealer's whine cry about calling strong friend as they shame run. Friend may be strong, but Skystealer brain cases are still airy light. Oh, the sick burns. Boom, 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 boom. So, are we the talk of the town yet? As far as I can tell, you're strong contenders, perhaps second only to rumors about a mysterious intimidator who's cast their lot with the cockatoos. Only natural that those sniffing whelps hired a browbeater. But what thickhead willingly courts the rancor of Red Bill Leofard? Well, I suppose a few names come to mind, but no matter, our plan proceeds as discussed. Let's take to the streets and wait for our clients to come crawling, eh? Oh, the Hildebrand quest. There. Whoa there. Are you the trader looking to chaffee with the monstrous cockatoos? Chaffee with scrags like you? Very in me. I don't know whether to laugh or cry. That voice! Red Bill Leofard? As you live and breathe. Not for long, though. If you don't hand over what you and your dicky bird stole. Bluster all you like, Red Bill, but you ain't getting the better of us this time. We've treated with a sky pirate that'll crush you to promise. And there you were thinking this would be ever so simple. Were you not, my dear Leofard? It's her. Not in the slightest. I was thinking surely Bradlea and her talons would never sink so low as to become lackeys to a lackey. But here you are. I might even start to pity you. And that is where you consistently underestimate me, Red Bill. I would stop at nothing to realize my desires. Oh, were you the sweet memories we made together in Dunscaith not enough to convince you of that? But I suppose I might be willing to overlook your stubborn indifference and return those stolen ship parts you so desperately seek, if you would but call me your captain. Completing that airship means more to me than you'll ever understand. I ain't leaving here without me stolen goods. If they're worth recovering, that is. You there, Kakalurum. You didn't leave that plunder in a wind-aspected territory, did you? Of course you did. It is empty as a tosspot's tankard. Those airship parts are embedded with highly calibrated corrupted crystals. Put them in any contact with wind sprites, and they're no better than glorified scrap. Wait a moment. He said contact, didn't he? How many wind sprites go contacting the rock formations on Province Air? It'll be fine. Tataru, you've got hands on an airship, yes? Take her to the Provenance and go pick up our stolen goods. Some genius hid them under a rock. You were bluffing? Obviously. Don't make me doubt your intelligence, Radlia. What airship needs parts that can't handle a little wind? Doubt what you're likely of, Ed. I hardly need bloody airship bits to beat you into submission. Finally, it's beanie time. Let me slip into something more comfortable. Tataru? Did you say Tataru? As in the Tataru Murasaki? Since when was she a friend of the Red Bills? Seems I'm not the only one whose name is worth something in these parts. I'm still prettier though. Well then, sweet cockatoos. Let's get about cutting you up into cocker 3s and 4s, shall we? Red Bill by himself is one thing, but Tataru's something else. Ain't nothing for it, lads. Flee for your lives! So much for monstrous. Let's leave them to the garrison. Ain't enough meat on their shivering bones to warrant the chase. Radlia. I reckon this was a little more than a diversion to you. But surely you didn't think I'd fold to such a weak hand. All the more pity that you assumed those airship parts were the only pieces of value taken from me and mine. But no matter. It's time to make your allegiances clear. Let's flick over here. No, it seems fine. Okay. If you and your talents intend to continue this farce, then we'll have it out, here and now. Well? It seems I misjudged my prospects. I had thought those simpletons might amount to more than snivelling turntails. But I've neither loyalty nor affection for a useless cockatoo. I suppose I shall have to content myself with this reunion in itself. But you will need more than clever bluffs to evade me next time. Of that you may be certain. Those were some fine samples, without question. But nothing beats wearing me own rags again. Go ahead to the Parrot and wait for us in my chambers. We'll be along once I've spoken with our knights most thorny. Dun 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 dun. Bum bum ba bum ba bum 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 bum. Boom. Boom. Boom boom. Dun 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 dun. Well, Utata says all the stolen property is accounted for, and finishing touches on our airship proceed apace. And according to the Rose Knights, the cockatoos will be shipped off to the Diadem, where they can enjoy volunteering their services for betterment of mankind. Speaking of which, Captain, what is to become of the miscellanea recovered from the cockatoo's hoard? I am sure House Halinat will lay claim to their possessions, but as for the acquaintances of origins unknown, worry not, puss. I don't pocket any jigamabob I find like from some petty foyester. We'll track down their rightful places soon enough, if my prediction holds. Eru, is that you? It is, and you look quite as surprised as I feel to think we'd meet here among the clouds and sky pirates. I was just finishing up my affairs in Idleshire when who should come asking for me but Red Bill Leofad. Quite the thrilling twist to my day, I'll have you know. How did Emin Milan put it? She's got her fingers in more pies than a high street baker. When I got wind she was in Idleshire, it felt like snubbing fate not to enlist her expertise. Well, I'm exceedingly glad you did, for I've returned triumph. Allow me to present the famous travelling Duramit. Portraitus? But of course, among the recovered items were a number of singularly beautiful paintings. Oh, I am relieved to hear it. When I learned which vessel had fallen prey to the sky pirates, I thought those pieces would be lost forever. So you are yet another victim of the monstrous cockatoos. Still, a personal summons to the Pararox seems like the sort of social nicety to which the captain is normally intolerant. I believe my presence here may have another purpose entirely. You see, Leofad and I are old acquaintances. He commissioned me to paint that portrait, in fact. My beautiful daughter, Varimili. She looks perfectly at home there here. Beautiful daughter? Aye, Duramet is father to Lady Ramilli, the gentlewoman who cared for Leofad but Leopard as a lad. He abducted all family affairs to his son when he became a practicing artist, but he's still a lord in lineage. You mean to say that the renowned portraitist Duramet is not only your grandfather, but a former lord as well? Oh, you must forgive my belief introduction from earlier. Naught to forgive, Mistress Taru. On the contrary, I'm indebted to you for tracking him down so quickly. Thanks to you, this can happen just as I hoped it might. Construction's about finished on the new airship, and I wanted you here when I christened her. The Ramilli will fly again. My dear boy, celebrating your mother's life with you continues to be my great honor. When you hung her portrait here, when you named your first airship, I could see vestiges of her love shining in your countenance then, just as it is now. I only hope you continue to realize her greatest wish for you, to live as free and unfettered as the sky itself. I know she will be very proud. This is nice. These are just feel-good quests. a bit like herding corals, ain't it? Getting us adventuring types all in one room. But well worth the effort, I'd say. Moments like these are meant to be shared. Right. I believe we've got a new airship to fly, and the open sky awaits. Yeah. Now this is an airship. How she handles, I could fly to the edge of existence and back without so much as a hiccup. Which I hear is on good authority, or whatever authority I still can't say it, is when he's in his cups. You have literally done. I stumbled over that sentence. I had no idea what he was saying. I reckon I've never been such equal parts awed and envious, though I'll assume the invitation was simply lost by a post removal. Nay, in all candor, I'm certain there are some skies only meant for your eyes, escapades surpassing even my wildest imaginings. To chart the ends of eternity and horizons filled with peril. Just don't think you've seen the last of what wonders these heavens hold. I'll come find you again before long, Teru, and I'll bring everything I always promise, that thrilling, heady rush of high adventure. And we sail off into the sky. Though farewell may be of bitter sorrow, know that it is but fodder for reunions, most gay. No need to get mawkish verbal. It ain't as if Teru's dropping off of the face of the star, not permanently anyhow. We'll meet again soon enough, although Katesith is liable to mope like a damp kitten till we do. I expect these parts will be free of half-baked regards for a time yet. But should you ever find yourself in need of a Red Bull, don't hesitate to call. I probably should have been wearing my Red Bull scarf for this. Thank you. 'Tis no small comfort knowing our ships may distribute their wares in safety. As for you, Tataru, we'll be in touch. Well, that was invigorating. While I'd love to have nothing more than to catch our collective breath over a cup of tea, business calls me to Ishgard. No rest for the enterprising and talented, as they say. Shall we, Diramit? Might I persuade you to accompany us? I should very much like to hear of your adventures. Painting subjects I find personally inspiring is a particular credo of mine, and I dare say you have brushed shoulders with more than a few individuals of note. Thank you for indulging an old man's eccentricities. Now then, perhaps you could begin with the adventures you shared with Leofad and his crewmates. Leofad intentionally offloaded this in our direction, yes. Whatever could it be? Whatever it is, Leofad's a man of his word. How mysterious. But now that I think of it, Leofad did mention sending something along when he asked me to track down Diramit. Well, I would make quite the sight lugging this around all my meetings. So might I ask you to hold on to it for the time being? I trust you not to run off with my share of the reward. A gift from the notorious Red Bills. You know, they're rather nice sort of sky pirate, don't you think? Yeah. A bright and energetic young lady is... I lost it there. A bright and energetic young lady is your employer, Tataru. I hope shepherding me back to Ishgard did not delay her business over long. The tales you shared on the journey here were beyond anything I could have anticipated. Never have I heard such inspiring episodes of daring do. Though I may not know them personally, I find myself fascinated by the individuals you described, the comrades and acquaintances of your journeys. Yes, I believe I shall remain in the capital to paint for a time. Should you desire a portrait, I would happily part with it for the cost of its supplies. Find me here and we can make arrangements. Alright. That one that was added last time, and now we can do the new one. that was added this patch. Welcome back. I just received word from Mistress Tataru. What's this about portraitists and sky pirates? Red Bill Leofad gave you this. For the necklace? Seems to be a leather strap of sorts. And an antiquated one at that. Wait a moment. I recognize this design from my studies. This is a relic of the ancient city of March. It is said that March sorcerers would weave these cods and with magics to make them unbreakable. You would be hard pressed to find better material for a necklace. Oh, Mrs. Tataru will be delighted. She chatted endlessly about how pleased she was to know the Red Bills and what sorts of products might prove useful to our daring new friends. And the Rose Knights have already placed an order for the garrison. So all in all, I believe our latest endeavor was a brilliant success. As always, we shall be on the lookout for new areas of opportunity. So I hope we can count on you to serve as our charming emissary again. In fact, I believe Mistress Tataru will insist upon it. Until next time, it will be just right now. You can now purchase portraits from Deer. Ah, Teru, you couldn't have come at a better time. Do you have a moment to talk? My thanks. You see, a foreign merchant approached the boutique with a proposal not long ago. Hancock of the Hancock, of course, of the East Alnard Trading Company. Perhaps you've heard of him? Ah, so you have a history. No wonder Mrs. Tataru declared him unscrupulous and deserving of infinite caution. Though there is risk in dealing with a man of such flexible principles, his knowledge of the Hingan markets would do much to bolster our efforts in to make inroads in the Far East. That is why, despite her misgivings, Mistress Tataru seeks to negotiate a partnership. But for some reason or another, he has requested you be present at their meeting in Kugane. I realize business negotiations are not your forte, but we would be most grateful if you indulge his request. Of course, there's also the matter of our secret mission. Of course. Once it has been fully restored, this gorgeous sapphire will serve as a centerpiece of Mistress Tataru's necklace. Hope that one day she may look upon it as a memento of not only her mother, but of her many dear friends and allies. Perhaps during your visit to Kugane, fortune shall favor us with the discovery of an additional treasure to grace her keepsake. In any case, I believe that covers everything. Mrs. Tataru shall meet you at the Ruby Bazaar in Kugane. I wish you a safe journey. Quest accepted. Kugane. Bum 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 bum. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Tataru, I'm so glad you can make it. I am equally thrilled by your arrival, though I expect I must apologize for the sudden invitation. Yes, we should. Yes, you should. But more importantly, I'd like to know what the scheme is and how you intend to involve us. Oh my, so quick to assume the worst. Well, I would love nothing more than lay bare all my dirty little secrets. It would be prudent to discuss my proposal first. Loath though I am to admit it, a draper's shop, but recently launched by the company, has not been well received by the locals. Our intention was to promote the sale of imported apparel woven by the Uldar Weavers Guild. Alas, it seems Western fashion holds little appeal for the citizens of Kugane. So we rethought our strategy. We would produce Hingan couture, but with the world-renowned Uldar silks. Kimono as they favored, as they are the favored choice of wear in the Far East. Or rather, that was our plan until our seamstress fell ill. I'm a weaver, Level 9 weaver. I can help out. It was as I face the unpleasant decision of abandoning this venture entirely that I chanced to hear of Tataru's boutique and the assorted Far Eastern style equipment they had to offer. You are referring to our samurai and ninja inspired sets of armor, yes? Indeed. By putting your exemplary goods on display, the East Aldonian Trading Company would demonstrate that we, a Western trader, are capable of making garments suited to the needs of our local patrons. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I have been informed that you wish to establish a foothold in Hingashi and East Orthodox. What better way to make your Kugane debut than to have us showcase your quality wares? It's not without its appeal, I admit. The perfect venue to gauge interest in our goods. Isn't it just? If I take your grudging concession as a sign of interest, perhaps we can discuss the finer points of my proposed partnership. Oh, we'll be discussing it at length, but I've yet to see how any of this would require Teru's involvement. Indeed. I was just about to get to that part. Not long ago, I crossed paths with a group of certain someones who were eager to call on Teru again. I found myself quite taken with them, charming as they were, that I felt compelled to facilitate this reunion. And of course, one can never collect too many favors. Alas, I know that you are predisposed to question the motives behind my invitation from the East Alnard Trading Company, and with good cause. I concede. So I instead invited you here under the guise of assisting Tataru with a boutique-related affair. I hope you will forgive the deception. Rest assured that you shall be rewarded for your aid in this matter, with your choice of recompense. Just before your arrival, I took the liberty of informing my new acquaintances that you would be making landfall on these shores. They ask that you meet them at Sakazuki in the Ruby Sea as soon as you are able. I believe it is a matter of some urgency, so if you could travel there forthwith. Excellent. I leave them in your capable hands.
Don't worry, I'm no stranger to Hancock's tricks. I'll make sure not to agree to anything until we've settled every last detail. Just do what you need to do and return when you can.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. I think it'll be easiest to just use the docks. Yeah. Bum, 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 bum. Apologies, Tataru. I pray you have not been waiting long. Sorobon. You look surprised. Did Hancock not tell you who requested your aid? Ah, but never mind that. I am simply glad that you are here. How have I been? Well, my training as the next Genbu continues apace. I must tell you, my friend, each day has been more trying than the last. Why, just the other day, an auspicious placed 99 wasabi-filled takoyaki on a platter before me, and instructed me to divine which single ball out of the entire batch was not filled with the dreadful spice. Training to sharpen my foresight, they claimed, but it felt more akin to torture. By the end, I was used to a diluting sea turtle swimming in a puddle of my own tears. That is all to say, I am only marginally closer to assuming my place as one of the four lords. Bah! Get to the point already, Soroban. Gah! I was just about to arrive at it. Ahem. Come, my friends, show yourselves. Hey. Been a while, guys. It's been some time, Tataru. I am relieved to see you in good health. I understand you have been through a great deal. Your concern is unwarranted. This woman who quelled our Aramatama and inherited Tenzin's legacy. There is no trial she cannot overcome. You misunderstand me, my brother. That or you deliberately insinuate that I lack faith in Teru's capabilities. Enough. We indebted ourselves to the merchant to obtain this meeting. Let us not distract ourselves with this nonsense. Get to the matter of the heart. To the heart of the matter. Why did I flip that? Very well. You may not know this, but Senri's craving for dango often brings her to Kugane. It was during such a visit that she spied a suspicious individual on Koganedori.
a man who not only wore remnants identical to Tenzin's, but also claimed to be his long-lost descendant. This descendant was selling good luck charms, utterly devoid of benediction. His ploy is plain. He uses Tenzin's name to trick fools into buying his rubbish. Any who would dare sully Tenzin's name shall face my wrath. My flames will cleanse him of his sin and burn his soul to ash. Too merciful a punishment, I say. I shall personally render unto him every pain imaginable. By the Kami, is it possible they have both succumbed to Aramitama once more? They're just angry. Angry. Angry lords. The charlatan boasts of more than an esteemed heritage. He also claims to have the four lords at his back and call. Insulting, yes. But I would still rather resolve this without flames and torture. But having lived apart from men for so long, I fear we may be ill-equipped to do so on our own. Hence why we have turned to you for assistance. You needn't agree to anything just yet. But why don't we all at least seek out this descendant and take his measure ourselves? I beg your pardon? Putting myself aside, the three of you approaching any settlement, let alone one as large as Kugane, would surely cause an uproar. Calm yourself, Soroban. You forget we are the four lords. 'Tis a trifling matter to assume a less conspicuous guise. Let us reconvene in Kugane. Soroban is to go first, while we three shall make our own approach separately to avoid attracting undue attention, just in case. Wouldn't it be great if they're not gonna be like this? That this guys are just them normal, but that's just. Oh. I don't know what I was expecting. I was sort of thinking they would turn into like minion forms, but this is amazing. Long has it been since I walked the streets of a city of this size. I did so once to visit a tea house. Why did I say treehouse? Tea house with Tenzin. I accompanied him in disguise. How my heart raced at the thrill and joy of it. Till a priest saw through my glamour. Oh, the commotion that followed. Do not think I haven't noticed you eyeing my costume. If you must know, I acquired it during my travels to the west. Travels in the west. I'm rather fond of its soft and fluffy texture. We met Hancock by pure chance, recognizing us as the auspicious legend. He said he wished to help us out of the kindness of his heart. I almost believed him. Alright, let's go. It would seem we have managed to arrive with little fuss. But only the Kami know how long our presence will remain secret. Again, with the needless worrying, our disguises are perfect. None may suspect you are the four lords at first glance, but you are suspicious in the extreme. We could have used our power to assume the form of men, but those of keen sight would still be able to discern our true nature. The costumes were an innocuous alternative. There's nothing innocuous about them. Denri said she found the swindler on Kugane Dori, yes? Let us head there at once. Uh. Gather round, friends. Gather round. As you have no doubt summarized from my crimson armor, I am a proud descendant of Tenzin, the famous hero of Aud, who once slew an entire host of fearsome Oni. But do not take my word for it. Behold. In this hand I hold Tenzin's beloved katana, the Phoenix Blade. I don't know what it looks like, but if he's got the... I don't know what it looks like, but if he's got the Phoenix Blade, then he must be who he claims. Even though I don't know what the Phoenix Blade looks like. He says he's got it. Idiots. The true blade has remained in our care since Tenzin's passing. Something seems off. I see. There are some who remain unconvinced by me saying this random katana is the Phoenix Blade. Very well. You leave me no choice. Allow me to introduce you to my sworn allies, the Four Lords. Oh yeah? Oh dear. I'm almost afraid to look. A signal. I expect my money's worth. Introducing Genbu, the turtle auspice of and foreseer of calamity. This is so cheaply done. Suzaku, the Averus auspice and master of the flames of resurrection. Shinryu, the dragon auspice and devouring of young maidens. A snake, not a dragon. And last but not least, adorable, we have Byaku, the small and fluffy feline auspice. He's not a feline. He's a wolf, isn't he? Why am I a cuddly creature? Surely he could not have hired a Horothgar or Mikoto. Oh no, he's a tiger, that's right. Mikoto to betray me. At least he did not slander your character, devourer of young maidens. Pah! What is this rabble? All who've heard the tale of Tenzin know the Four Lords are beasts, not three mummers and a cat. These are the glamoured forms they assume so they may roam the realms of men undiscovered. Surely you can imagine the chaos that would ensure if they went about undisguised. Even so, there's no way they would wear such ridiculous outfits. And yet, here they are, dressed in far worse. This farce is infuriating. I will not abide him making mock of the bonds we shared with Tenzin. We are of one mind, my sister. He must be silenced. Does Tenzin even have a descendant? There was nothing in the legends Oh, does Tenzin even have a descendant? There was nothing in the legends about him fathering any children. But there was mention of one who loved him more dearly than life itself. I, the woman to whom I owe my storied lineages, is none other than the sublime crimson beauty standing before you, Suzaku. Let him speak. Perhaps he is not wholly deserving of immolation. Bah! How easily your rage is quelled. Having proven my ancestry to your satisfaction. My lords and ladies, I bid you partake of my good fortune, for I have auspicious wares to share with you today. Tenzin put countless Oni to the sword long ago, 'tis true, but only by the grace of these miraculous good luck charms. Just one will confer unto you all manner of fortune, good health, a happy family, scholarly achievement, financial success, romantic fulfillment, and much, much more. But that's not all. Purchase a charm now, and we'll even throw in a stylish strap featuring the four lords design of your choosing. My stock is limited, so be sure to buy while supplies last. I'll take 2, no 10. Why do you jump from 2 to 10? My blood boils to see Tenzin's good name used in this manner. As does mine. We cannot sit idly by and allow this to continue. I think our purveyor of good fortune is in need of proper scare. Are you convinced as well, Tataru? Dun, 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 dun. He seemed quite pleased with himself as he packed up his stall. Business was good, no doubt. Shall we proceed? With care and preparation, we saw how deftly he countered accusations of fraud. A more clever approach is needed. It was terrible. We must limit his ability to spin more lies. Have you any ideas, Tataru? I could present myself as Tenzin's true descendant. The presence of the Lord should be more than enough to convince him. Oh ho ho, indeed, our very existence alone is enough to prove his claims false. Then it is settled. You shall play the role of Tenzin's true descendant. We shall accompany you. With us at your side, the imposer will have no choice but to confess his crimes. Still, we would be wise to prepare for contingency. With me, Soroban, we make for Ryzen Temple. Then it is up to us to find and confront the swindler. As you are familiar with the city, lead the way. I bid you lead the way and speak with Suzuku when you are ready. His customers may have seen where he went, so let us begin with questioning them. I would also know more of his true identity. Of all the heroes of legend, why claim Tenzin's name? The answer may help us stop him without resorting to violence, since some of you apparently lack the stomach for it. Alright. I'll find. Oh, there. Superstitious. Kami be praised. You have met Tenzin's descendant, and get his good luck charm besides. What a fool I was to doubt him. He who commands the 4 lords of legend. As long as I have this, fortune shall shine upon me. Oh, has my good luck charm caught your eye? If you wanted one for yourself, you are sadly out of luck. The merchant selling them said that was the last of his stock, and he did not think he would be able to acquire more. But if you wish to hear it from him, he was headed towards Kasuga Bridge. You will know him by his attire. I swear he was a splitting image of Tenzin from the storybooks. He speaks of yonder bridge, does he not? Others may have taken note of our quarry as he passed. Bum 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 bum. Have I seen a man claiming to be Tenzin's descendant? The one who was selling good luck charms by the dozens, you mean? No, he didn't come this way. But Kami give me strength. I'll never understand how some can be so gullible. Me neither. It's insane. Let us continue our search elsewhere. Well, 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 well. Look who it is. It has been quite some time. What brings you to Kigane this day? A hawker claiming to be Tenzin's descendant? Probably Issue. I saw him not long ago, yes. You know him? My peculiar and suspicious friend. There is no merchant in Kugane who hasn't heard of the entrepreneur. He's made a fortune masquerading as Tenzin's heir. It's a brilliant scheme, very profitable. Tried to get in on it myself, but the Baron will suffer no competition. Who is this Baron of whom you speak? The soy sauce one? Who else? Kageyama. A dangerous man, yes. With fingers in every pie. I fear him almost as much as I envy him. Section must be exposed. What can you tell us of this issue? How many times do I have to teach this Baron the same lesson? How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? Oh, you have had dealings with him, have you? If you know, then you know. Issue, on the other hand, is still something of an enigma. A skilled seamster, dedicated to his craft, yet he partnered with Kageyama. I never would have guessed he had it in him. There is more to this than meets the eye. We must investigate further. You have any idea where Issue may have gone? You want information? Yes. I want coin. Give me coin and I'll give you information. That can be arranged. If you're willing to journey to the Rising Temple, our friend Furry can escort you. A temple? And one I've never heard of at that? Wait, is it the sort of place where mortals fear to tread and malevolent spirits do dwell? Malevolent spirits? No. Just a somewhat ominous crystal. I'll take your word for it. As for Issue, he came to me and requested passage to the Isle of Beko, where he was to rendezvous with Kageyama. I refused. Better not to involve myself in the Baron's affairs, you understand. Goido, was it? You have our thanks. We shall fulfill our end of the bargain. You need not fear. Man, he's glad he's useful now. The hell he put me through back in Stormblood though. Oh. There's no time to waste. I shall have a messenger instruct Bayako and Soroban to meet us at the Isle. This shall be good. It's there. Go here. Above, below will be better. Oh. Boom, 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 boom. Issue in Kageyama will want to keep away from prying eyes, somewhere near the rocks perhaps. Let us cover and eavesdrop on their conversations when they join us. Gahahaha, a fine day's work, Issue. It pays to have the fools as fools for customers. Oh, this is Kageyama, the Blue Mage quit. So I guess that was an optional line only if you've done that. I don't know. Can't remember if he's from anything else as well. Master Kageyama, please, this cannot continue. I shudder to think of how the four lords would react if they learned of our crimes. Remind me, who was it that delivered you from a life of destitution after you lost your job as a seamster? Pray tell, who? You, Master Kageyama, and I am forever grateful for your help, without which my family would be without house and home. But even so, what we are doing is wrong. That makes us coin. Want to wash your hands of this dirty business? Be a seamster again? Is that it? But once the truth comes out, and I would see that it does, who would dare to trust you? No Issue. You're going to continue the act, or you and your kin will starve in the streets. Ah ha 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 ha. So that's the way of it. Issue was coerced by Kageyama into this performance, and for his family's sake could not stop. Indeed, in light of this, how shall we proceed? We help this issue, of course, for the fear of Kami. Dun, 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 dun. Who are you? And why are you wearing such ridiculous outfits? Hearken to me, mortal. I will suffer you to sully Tenzin's name no longer. Defy me, and you shall not like the consequences. Sully Tenzin's name, you say? This flesh and blood are free to do with it as they please. Unless you can prove Issue is not in fact his descendant, I suggest you get out of my sight. Then prove it we shall. Tataru, here. It is time we revealed our true selves to these mortals. Kami for fiend. It cannot be. That flame-kissed katana you hold in your hand, is that the Phoenix Blade? For the crimes you have wrought in Tenzin's name, your punishment will be severe indeed. Beg not for mercy. Take heart, my dears, I shall make your deaths painless. Hearken to my melody. There is no turning back. Steel yourselves. Somebody, anybody, help me! What was that? Not only do you possess the Phoenix Blade, but the four lords themselves stand at your side. Tell me, are you Tenzin's descendant? Please, have mercy. I beg of you. I vowed to never again use the name of your ancestor. You have my word. Dun, 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 dun. At Tenzin's behest, I once played the role of a ferocious tiger to frighten the peoples of a village and drive them to flee before they were buried in a landslide. He took part in the deception as well, but to be honest, your acting put his to shame. Have you considered auditioning at Mujiko's theater? Honored lords and lady, and descendant of Tenzin, I know not how to make amends for my sins. Though actions speak louder than words, I wish to say I am truly sorry. Man or beast, we all make mistakes. I am told you are a master simster. I might not go as far to say master, but with my skills I managed to put food on the table, and perhaps I shall have a word with an old friend. That can wait, Soroban. We must escort this young man to a safer location. This is far enough. It is past time we returned home. We are once more in your debt. It is because of you that this affair could have been concluded before Tenzin's reputation suffered irreparable harm. Thank you, Tataru. Now that you are no longer bound to Kageyama, what will you do? Well, I know I must take responsibility for my actions. I will confess to my crimes to the Ikuzugami. After I am released from my imprisonment, I shall take up honest trade once more, and not rest until I have repaid each and every victim of my deception. Ah yes, I've been meaning to tell you, but I will let Hancock explain when he arrives shortly. Dreadfully sorry to have kept you all waiting. Ah, speak of the devil. And the urchin girl, come as well. It has been far too long. You're looking as green as ever, Soroban of the Blue. And once again, Genbu, that's Tataru. Tataru. Though I'm sure I'll have to remind you next time too. You are Issue, the seamster Soroban spoke of, yes? If it is gainful employment you seek, the East Alden Trading Company will be thrilled to hire one of your expertise to work at our draper's shop. The seamster in our service fell ill, and I've been looking for a replacement. I have no words. I'm grateful, truly. But I cannot accept. For once I confess my crimes to Kishigami, they would surely imprison me for a time. Ah yes, the Kishigami. I had a chat with them not long ago. They are aware that the scheme was contrived by Kageyami, and that you too are one of his victims. You will be required to assist them in the investigation, of course. But you needn't steel yourself for even a brief incarceration. Hancock, you have our thanks for calling Teru to our aid. Oh no, not at all. I am pleased to have been of service. I have not forgotten our arrangement, Teru. Have you decided upon a reward? Oh, how that warms my heart. A material to help restore the keepsake of the dear friend. I have just the thing. I won't spoil the surprise now, but do look forward to it. I suppose we had better return to the city, but before that, you could have called upon me too, you know. It's not like I wasn't part of the whole saving the Ruby Sea from becoming consumed by roaring flames endeavor or anything. Oh ho ho, forgive us, urchin Tataru. We assume you were busy. That, and you do not and you did struggle mightily to help Teru restrain Soroban that one time. So there was some concern that you might prove a liability should it come to blows. Nevertheless, we will take your words to heart. Perhaps we should assume our guises and walk among men more often. It was a refreshing change of pace on the whole. I would not be against it. We were in a bit of a rush on this occasion, but with a longer visit we might better appreciate men's curious ways. I have no doubt we shall meet again. but I pray that the time comes sooner rather than later. You and me both. I'll be sure to stop by the temple later. You know you are always welcome. The others will be good to see you and Tataru both. I promise that, but I might not. That feels like the better thing to say. Oh. Now then, I say we resume Soroban's training upon our return to the temple. Must we so soon? You did well to appraise Hancock of Issue's predicament. He may now make amends for putting his talents to good use and continue to provide for his family. Indeed, was behavior befitting of one destined to become the next Genbu. The road ahead is long, but we doubt not that you are worthy, and so we want only to encourage you to reach your full potential. If that is how you all feel, then I have little choice but to do my best. Nice. I can still hardly believe that the Ikishigami only wished to question me. Master Hancock must have had a way with words. Speaking of which, I believe he and Mistress Tataru will be joining us shortly. Issue. You'll be pleased to know that I've just finished making arrangements for your immediate employment. May our profits soar, that you may give your family the life they deserve. Master Hancock, I do not deserve such kindness. I'll do my best to earn my keep. I want you to know that I intend to work hard to make up for the many mistakes I've made. It is not much, but I have prepared a gift for you as an expression of my gratitude. A set of garments that I made before I was embroidered in Master Kageyama's schemes. The lords and ladies of Kugane once held my work in high regard, and I hope you will as well. You will also find a little something from me included within, a well-deserved reward. Wait, what exactly did you give Tataru? Payment for introducing the East Alden Trading Company to prospective new clients. What else? I can't say I'm surprised you would try to peddle goods to the four lords themselves, but still, have you no shame? Regardless, now's as good a time as any to inform Tataru of the result of our deliberations. Said result being, we have agreed to an official partnership with the East Alden Trading Company, one of which I will exploit for all it's worth to make Tataru's boutique a household name in Kugane. For my part, I pray this is the start of a mutually beneficial partnership. To business. I would have a tour of this draper shop of yours immediately, if you don't mind. Sorry to cut things short, Teru, but time is money, and I have precious little to spare. Once you've seen to any other unresolved matters you have here, I'll be grateful if you return to Old Charlie and inform Medinja of our new arrangement. Oh. Welcome back. Negotiations with Master Hancock were fruitful, I hope? Well, I expect nothing less from you and Mistress Tataru. As for Mistress Tataru's necklace, you say Master Hancock slipped a gift into the parcel you received from Issue, yes? May I have a look? My goodness, what's stunning set of garments. They certainly offer a taste of the Far East. As for the item Master Hancock set aside for Mistress Tataru's necklace, by the sisters, a black pearl. Do you have any idea how rare these are? They can only be harvested from black-lip oysters in the Ruby Sea. I cannot be certain till it has been incorporated into the necklace, but I believe the darker shade will serve as contrast to the brilliant sapphire centerpiece, make it stand out even more. To part with such a precious treasure, Master Hancock is either very wealthy or very well connected, or both. We will do well to maintain a good relationship with the East Alden Trading Company. But that is the boutique's concern. After all you've done for us, I am sure you want nothing more than a good rest. Thank you again for your continued assistance. When next we discover a client we'd like to add to our ever-growing list, I hope we can count on your assistance once more. Yay! With that, we've got this new gear set, which is great for samurai, which I don't have currently, but I'm thinking about picking one up just for the glamour. Oh, interesting. Don't really think it works with that hair, that part. Wait. I did not realize that was one of the things I knew about the other parts. That's funny. But yeah, I'm thinking of a glamour with this top, although a lot of people are doing it. That's because that's a good top. But I was thinking if we had time, I would do some other side quests that they added. But I believe maintenance is about to start in like 10 minutes, so we're gonna have to stop the stream there. But that new one with the Four Lords was an amazing quest. That was so funny. So I hope you enjoyed watching me play through this and all that. I really enjoyed it. I may do the other new side quests and maybe take a look at Island Sanctuary. Still hasn't gone back there. There's new quests or stuff for it, so we'll look at that next time maybe. But like usual, thanks for watching, and until next time, bye bye.